Miss Marvel, Disney's Miss Marvel. It's good. It's starting out not really fast, not really slow. It's kind of medium-ish. They've got an opportunity to do something really good here. I'm hoping that that is where they're going with it. Miss Marvel in the Marvel Comics is just like they're portraying in the show. It's a fangirl of Captain Marvel. She's in love with Captain Marvel. She likes, you know, she's got girl power, all that stuff. So she's kind of been a fan of hers for a while. Then she gets superhuman abilities. She finds out she is an inhuman. And that her powers are genetically her own. They're biologically, genetically her own abilities. In the show, they've taken a little bit of a twist. Because in the cartoon, she had kind of stretchy powers. Hands would move out, big fists and all other kinds of stuff. That was predominantly what she did. Make big fists and make herself taller and such. But with the Fantastic Four around the corner, I guess they decided not to give her similar powers to his own. So instead, they're giving her kind of polymorphic abilities. She's a little bit like Green Lantern. She can create things, you know, her hands and stuff. She tried to get up to something she couldn't reach, and she made a little platform under her foot. She didn't even see it because she was trying to reach over something, but a platform appeared and she stood on it and she got in there. She probably thinks she stood on something else, but she's doing it subconsciously. When she's wearing bracelets, I guess I should say that. She's wearing bracelets to give her abilities, and when she puts them on, she kind of falls into another world and then falls back into this world. That's kind of why I'm thinking it's the negabands, because the negabands generally exist in two different realities. So I think it took her to the other one and brought her back to this one, which could be a problem, because if she doesn't know what she's doing, she could end up in that one and be stuck. But she's generating energy objects right now in the form of her hands and her fist. So it's basically a Green Lantern ring so far. But it's probably got a lot more abilities than that. But that's all we're seeing. They're kind of sort of like the negabands, but not really. Negabands are another weapon from the Marvel comic book stuff. And they're doing those different. If they call them that, cool. If they don't, cool. But that's what they appear to be so far. The show is about a little girl, young girl, middle school, maybe high school, but probably middle school age. And she's an outcast. She's got a couple of outcast friends. And one of them happens to be a genius, which comic books, you got to figure that. And he's creating stuff. He made his own version of Siri. He calls it soooo. You speak to it, soooo, lights. And it turns all the lights on. Soooo, turn on TV. And it speaks other languages and so forth. So she's got that as a friend. And they want to go to a Avengers Con, which is like a Comic-Con, regular Comic-Con, but it's got just Avengers stuff. And she wants to go dressed as Captain Marvel, which is cool. But she wants to make it a little more Pakistani. So she gets her grandmother's bracelet that she clamps on, which to me kind of makes me think that her grandmother was a superhero. Because the mother's like, you know, I know about people that live in fantasies and stuff and it's no good. Your grandmother lived in a fantasy. And I'm thinking your grandmother was probably living in reality. She's a superhero. But apparently the grandmother had the bracelet, which grants superpowers. And now she's got the bracelet, being granted superpowers. And it's kind of passed down through the generation. There are people looking for her already. The show just started. There's already people looking for her. So point one, fangirl. She's living completely in non-reality. There's, you know, cartoon images all around her and everything because she's constantly daydreaming and such. Two, she gets a hold of these negabands. I think they're naked bands. 3, she's fanning it up for Miss Marvel. So her costume, even in the comic books, resembles Miss Marvel's comic book. She calls herself Miss Marvel because she's like, she likes Captain Marvel, so it's Miss Marvel, same thing. She wants to be the first brown girl superhero from Jersey, and I'm guessing she is, since she's got superpowers now. This is at a point where I'm looking at it and I'm thinking this could go either way. This could be like really, really good if done well, and it extends into the larger MCU, or it could go really, really bad. I don't know. I'm curious. I want to know what they're going to do. I think she's got Green Lantern powers. That's what it looks like to me. She's projecting things. And just like he's got that one ring, she's only got one bracelet. Seems like she'd have 2. There's probably another one in that box and she just didn't see it yet. I don't know. There's so many questions. But so far, I like it. In fact, I like it so much that I would give the first episode of Miss Marvel 6 bags of popcorn. 6 bags of popcorn. I didn't love it, but I did like it. 6 bags of popcorn. That's what I think about that. More importantly, what do you think about that? Now that you had a chance to see the video, let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.